Actually, this is not a presentation. This is actually a few notes that collected from various types of renowned PowerPoint presentation and practical life just to manage the official life and personal motivation as well. So I give the name here summary lecture on HRM and management. This is very short, so I noticed here part 1. If I have the opportunity to make another video, then I will create a long video later on. Here I am Engineer Mirza Hasan will be with you inshallah. The first step I created here with the keyword that is the synopsis. What is the synopsis? From various types of books and Google, I have a definition. The synopsis is a brief summary of the major point of a subject or an abridgment of condensation of work needed to proceed. We can define it as also a brief framework of the study, an outline or short description of the most important information required to research. What is going here? I don't know. I am very much confused. Let's see the next slides. We may be clear about the whole management and what I am going to input your mind about the lecture here. The major steps for official synopsis. Here I noted the tentative sections, understanding method and approaches, scope and limitation, hypothesis, objectives and behavior, and finally significance of different cursor. Suppose you are very much qualified, you have several degree and a lot of experience for a particular position, but unfortunately your boss or your HR admin is not so qualified, but he is very rich, owner of a big industry or firm. Your decision to be a worker there or an employee there is very tentative. It's very, very disappointing. Understanding methods and approaches is always make a gap. What I am going to tell or make him or her understand, he or she is not going to care about that because the education level is not so enough. The written on scope and the limitation. Limitation for my qualification, limitation for my environment, limitation for my procedure of working, limitation for my staffs and my assignment also. Limitation inside me, limitation outside me, limitations can be inside the organization or outside the organization as well. Hypothesis is a big keyword that's used for scientific technologies, that's used for human resource management, marketing analysis, and so on. The arts, commerce, and science, when the people use the hypothesis, they first create a hypothetical assignment or research based on the environment, on the business structure, and they establish the marketing people. Objectives of behavior, significance of different cultures. A Muslim cannot work in a Hindu culture organization. A deeply Hindu-minded mentality people cannot work on a Christian culture. If someone like me, free-minded, open-minded, okay, come on, we are friends, we are just here to work with together, then everything okay. People should be like that. I like making friendship all over the world. Important case to touch here. I think I corrected the point that is, in the environment is favorable. Environment should be first favorable. If I am a HR manager, this is my responsibility to make my workers environment very friendly. Or if I am a poor employer here, I'm working here for money, I have to make the environment as I am. Next here, be eye-catching, important around curiosity. Maybe you are more qualified about this, but I might say here that depends on my efficiency, depends on my education, depends on my everything. I can catch other eyes, make me important in front of the people, and make myself curiosity in other minds. What particular things need too much attention? However, it requires the workers to have an insight about the future area of problem. The problem is that if I am a civil engineer, my attention and creativity will be building design. If another electric engineer or a doctor, his always thinking mind and creativity is all about in the medical science or technology that is related with the medical. Particular things need much attention. Starting should be clear, honestly having directly bearing on the purpose and proceeding of the research. One thing I'm going to share with you. Once we make a vacancy for the office management, the working rules was related with the computer science engineering. A lot of people there applied. We picked some people and started interviewing. Some of them from BBA background on EEE electric engineering background. They weren't there to have the interview board, but they were not selected. You should be clear, or I myself should be clear about the steps in my vacancy. I have to read clearly. One thing here, it is very okay. Now it is not disturbing. The next, okay, I want to give you an assignment here. I like this proverb, one has to strike when the iron is hot. I really don't know the meaning of this difficult proverb. You may take assignment, make a paragraph within 100 sentences, and please send me. I mentioned my email address here. It will be very helpful to understand. Now, official project handling. I think, and I collected here, why my motion of selection. Why and my motion of selection, main steps to have success. What are the main steps can make me success? Let's go through here together. It tells about the existing traditions and states of earth research in your concerned area. Understand issues or gaps you identified. Helps to evaluate the literature relating to the concept of the work theme of your concern, to focus the theoretical and practical aspect already researched and area of research left unexplored. Each book concerning the area or them should be enriched with what are the meaning of these keywords, key sentences. Very difficult. With very general sense, I am going to tell you, and I told before, you are more qualified and experienced than me. Please understand these sentences. The research indicates that the networking for knowledge acquisition, sharing, support, career development, and influence are closely interrelated. I think so. Therefore, recognize of the embeddedness of knowledge process in social networks points to the importance of supporting the formation of strong network ties to enhance knowledge sharing and learning. Opportunities provided for networking through national leadership development programs are recognized as vulnerable but can also be sporadic or limited in their availability. More could be done to encourage continued interaction through these networks at a regional or local level following core program activities. Recognized need to be given in national or local training program to be important and benefit of both formal and informal network for interaction as source of knowledge and support for managers, and how specific a mechanism for middle managers may have significance as example Russia mentoring. So what do you think about the Russia, the America, North America, about the India, very big, large geological settlement, and what about the small country like Bangladesh, their organization and behavior, their communication, their opportunity of communication based on the internet, hardline, offline, online, it varies one after another. We have some limitation, that is in most we require that this analysis is limited. A greater depth of understanding and evaluation can only occur with utilization or other resource such as comparison with budget forecast and the statement of the changes in financial option. Only after this process can a full appreciation of the company's current situation or possible future occur. I had a lot of things to tell about this paragraph, but the video is going larger, so I am skipping. Please call me or email me. I will be very happy. In the outdoor equipment is not in a very dependable information position. Improvement in every area of the company are needed if the company is, in the first instance, to service and then grow the key area to reform and in liquidity of the company, and the liquidity and quality of working capital, profitability, and financial stability management must address these areas simultaneously if the company is to overcome the personal poor record. What does it mean? For the organizational, as far as I know, there is a large working model, supportive model, collegial model. I think more than 7 model worldwide recognized. Here, the first collegial model. The collegial model is based around teamwork, everybody working as colleagues. hence the name of the model. Collusion refers to a highly cooperative set of people working together by dividing the labor among themselves for the sake of efficient working and to achieve organizational goal. Goal is one, or working for the same goal. The model is the sensible existence of the concept proposed by a supportive model or organizational behavior. It promotes mutual coexistence that should exist the maintain harmony among the co-workers. Really is it? Then collusion model is good. Should be established in Bangladesh. Another custodial model, what does it mean? The custodial model is based around the concept of providing economic security for employees. Very good, I like that. Though wages and other benefits that will create employee loyalty and motivation. It must be much money, much attention, low money, less attention. That will create employee loyalty and motivation. The custodial model mainly focuses on the financial reward aspect of being employed by the organization. The underpinning concept of this model is that employees become quite dependable upon the package of wages and other benefits provided by the organization. As a result, they look to improve their performance for the firm in order to maintain their position and are promoted over time. My manager giving me much money, more over the bonus, more over the overtime, more over the day-to-day food and the lunch as well, then I must have to pay attention much. I think custodial model is ensuring me about that. According to the custodial model, manager can motivate workers and improve their performance by providing a financial incentive. As the financial bonuses and benefits are good performance. Therefore, as you can see, the model promotes a win-win philosophy where employee and the organization share in the benefits and improve performance of the firm's workforce. Win-win. My owner, employer, owner, employer, owner, employer. Custodial model is really good. What is the supportive model? Lastly, we have to look over all over the models. What does the supportive model tell us and the opportunities, disadvantages, advantages about this model? The supportive model approaches tells that employees are self-motivated and have value and insight to contribute to the organization. Really. Beyond the study and day-to-day role, it is built around the concept of leadership. Okay. In this model, the concept of leadership is presented with a managerial point of view. Okay. There the manager actually leads his or her employees by setting good example, being available and by being involved in the various work tasks. In other words, the manager strives to create a supportive working atmosphere for the work. Three models I read out here. Which model is really appropriate for your organization? Please select. The supportive model of organization behavior, the manager needs to be seen a positive support facilitator for staff. The manager should be committed to all employees with the intent of getting the best out of each of them. This management approaches should result in a high degree of employee satisfaction, which would further improve the performance over time. The management and highlights the view of employee are key asset of the organization that should be natural and developed, and an appropriate corporate culture created there helps foster a positive environment. Lastly, I have to say supportive model is best, but what is about your organization? Is there supportive model will work? If I establish supportive model for a garments factory, will the worker can ensure their efficiency time to time, or some other labor management organization like construction? What should be appropriate there? Custodial, supportive, or collegial? The purpose of the classification and compensation reform, all about the model I discussed here, is the only aim that. Hello, welcome back. There was a little bit technical problem due to my low storage capacity. Okay, this part will be continued with the purpose of the classification and compensation reform project is to replace the distinct current job classification and compensation system with a new and modern system that support and distinct strategies goal to recruit, manage and retain as well as well qualified and diverse workforce. The classification and the compensation reform project is composed of 5 major work streams. I'm coming later. I am going to tell you something before that. The new system will be independent of the federal classification system, be easier and more flexible to administer, maximize the use of people sought by automating the job evaluation classification system, use a similar format and reflect the work performance by distinct employees, identify career path within agencies and throughout the district government, ensure district compensation is competition, equitable, and finally sound, should be, must be. Now come back to the classification. The keyword here, the compensation, information and technology, policy and training. What next? Research yourself. HR executive union engagement should be bounded by agency assessment. These two sections should be bound by management engagement, then employee engagement and training. The training should be organized by the executive HR. The HR should be looked after by management engagement, one after another. The chain will be very interrelated and free and fair. Should be handled with the well-handed, honest-handed. Here says, the populated with basic job, there may be multiple level of a job and each level would have two distinct job specification created. Describes the overall purpose and essence of the job in a few brief sentences. What is the job about? What will be my responsibility should be briefly stated on the vacancy paper. Identifies distinctive attributes of this position that differentiate it from other positions in the same job specification. More job consists of 4 to 6 essential job responsibilities. The list is not meant to all inclusive, but should document those duties that are considered basic, indispensable, and absolute necessary. The firm here, people are working less to management there, classification and compensation reform based on the everything I discussed here, learning and development, performance management, HR effectiveness, the core value. That's all my lecture here. Thank you so much. Please contact me. Be connected with me until that. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my presentation. Please advise me so that I can do better for the next future. And here is the Facebook link and my email address already stated. Thank you so much. Peace upon you all.